And because this is an international fight and everybody moving for an edge, there was an official from Montreal, one of the judges tonight, that Hagler's people objected to because he had allowed in some other fight the champion to bully and rough up an opponent, and of course Duran has been known to do that. This man, however, is considered one of the best referees in the world, and you may recall that he refereed the first and the great fight between Eric Pryor and Alexis Arguello.
It is Marvin Hagler's choice not to shake hands. He never does that in a championship fight. He says, I'll shake hands after the fight, but not before.
Be prepared for a flash knockdown.
First round. Listen to this crowd. The crowd is absolutely electric. Duran on the left, Hagler on the right. Hagler the champion. Duran wants a piece of it.
Whichever fighter is able to land the first telling blow, then you'll see a lot of action pick up.
Both fighters very loose here in the first round, both very worn.
The punch I've watched Duran throw, he's been working on it, is an overhand straight right. You notice he'll try to measure this man. He'll throw a left jab out, and he try to set him up.
Duran fighting at long range, Hagler a right-hand lead. Duran has said that you might see a different Roberto Duran than the one you're used to seeing. Combination by Duran draws a brief warning by Stanley Christodoulou for low blows. Hagler a left hand to the head.
There is no perspiration from either fighter, which means they're a little cold now. So here we have a feeling out process. Duran trying to measure Hagler. He's keeping that left jab coming out slowly and trying to get closer for the overhand right.
Temperatures here in Las Vegas were reportedly going to get down as low as the 40s, but under the lights here, actually it is pretty toasty, I would say, without being a meteorologist. They're probably in the 60s in the ring, maybe even the 70s.
You notice what happened there? Inside, Duran tied up Hagler because Hagler's very good inside. They claim that Hagler's not a very effective fighter inside. Hagler throws very short punches, especially the uppercuts. And the key for Duran is once they're inside, to tie Hagler up, get his punches off, back off, and doing what he's doing now.
No damage here in the first round, largely a feeling out process by both men. Duran forcing the fight, gets in with a good right hand. Still largely a feeling out process going on here in round one, inside of 30 seconds remaining. Combination by Hagler, backs Duran up, no damage. At the end of this round, we're going to go into first Marvin Hagler's corner and then into Roberto Duran's corner. Something new here on HBO. We will have an interpreter at the moment giving you the translation of just what's going on in the Spanish-speaking Roberto Duran's corner. This is the second round. You know, the battle of the corner is very important, and all of the critics here have said unanimously that the corner edge goes to Marvin Hagler. Roberto Duran used to have Freddie Brown, used to have Ray Arcel, 154 years of experience. They're both gone. There is a lot of inexperience in Roberto Duran's corner.
Hagler just drilled a left hand to Duran's body, and see the power and a solid weight that Hagler is carrying could be a factor here.
Duran did get a left hand in, and Hagler comes back with a combination. Neither man has been hurt. We're in the second round. Hagler going underneath with the left hand. That's exactly what his corner was saying to do. Hagler right at the moment fighting southpaw. He will go to the right hand occasionally, of course. And Christodoulou talks to him for a moment about elbowing.
You notice that Hagler he's staying the southpaw style. And normally he doesn't change until he gets his opponent in trouble. Then he starts to switch up.
You're going to hear the crowd react quite a lot. Duran holding Hagler. And the crowd will react to some punches where there really is no damage. This crowd is really alive.
Hagler's still a little tight, but his punches are not as fluid as they normally would be.
Hagler missing a few jabs. Came in with the left hand to the side of the head. No damage there. That was on the gloves. Yeah, you're right, Ray. Marvin is missing a lot more punches than I've seen him miss, and it may just be that Duran is making him miss. There was a right hand that did get in.
See, Duran is a very elusive fighter. And it's very difficult to hit him because he's never stationary top. He moves that head and he always maintained good balance.
That was also on the gloves.
Duran is making it difficult for Hagler to land a good straight punch. What Hagler is need to do is get those from uppercuts because the straight punch is going to miss every time.
Duran did get in there with one left hand, but a lot of those punches are going on the gloves. That was a good right hand. And the right hand of the body.
Now watch for the left hooks by Duran.
Very good round for Roberto Duran.
Hagler is being deliberate and methodical, as is his custom in the early rounds.
This is the third round. We talked about inexperience in Duran's corner. Luis Spada, who is now with him, certainly not inexperienced in the sense of having been there before, but inexperienced in the sense of being in a fight of this caliber with a man of this caliber. He has had a couple of champions in lighter divisions. When everybody else quit on Roberto Duran, Luis Spada was there. He said, if you need me anytime to carry your bucket, I would do it without pay. Duran called him back and said, you don't have to carry the bucket. Right hand by Duran. Wild left hand by Hagler, and Duran counter-punching very well.
What Hagler can't do, he can't let Duran go at his own pace. Hagler must do his own thing. He shouldn't wait on Duran.
That was another lunging left hand by Hagler, and Duran is getting Hagler to fight his fight.
Hagler's very sluggish to me. Maybe because of the weight that he came in at.
Came in lighter than any other time, with the exception of the Mustafa Hamsho fight, in which he weighed the same as he does here. Hagler digging the right to the body that time effectively. Very much of an up-tempo fight, even though neither man has been hurt. Both fighters very active. There was a good right hand by Hagler on the way in, but Duran tied him up immediately.
And the reason Hagler was able to land because he switched up. Back to orthodox.
Hagler can do that. Sometimes in the middle of a combination, he can go from left to right. A little bit short with that winging right hand. And Duran right on the button. That was on the gloves. Hagler got the better of that exchange. Duran missed with the right hand, but did not miss with those two. And Hagler, a lunging right hand, misses. At the moment, this is much ado about nothing.
Inside, Duran is staying close to Hagler's chest also, which makes it difficult for a man to really throw his punches.
Hagler misses the left hand again. Hagler missing a lot of punches in this fight. That right hand got in. the third round.
Hagler found out in that round how difficult it.
What Goody Petronelli, and I'm sure you heard, said to Marvin Hagler is, don't try to knock him out with every punch. That's not the name of the game. He said it at the beginning and he said it at the end. Hagler scoring more effectively there. That was a good left hand to the body, and there's a good right hand by Duran. Interesting thing here, Ray, is that neither man has really been able to take complete control so far.
That's true, because now you're talking about the quality of fighters that's in the ring today. In fact, now they're starting to loosen up. They're not as tight as they were in the early rounds.
Duran being a very patient fighter. That was over the top of Hagler's head.
Hagler should be using that jab a lot more. Keep Duran at bay.
That was a good right hand by Duran. That one was over the top of the head. But the crowd reacts every time Duran scores. There's a right hand right on the forehead of Roberto Duran.
But Bert, you see how effective the jabs of Hagler. Very stiff.
Neither man is marked. This is the fourth round.
Once again, Duran is still trying to measure Hagler with that right hand. He's not wasting any energy. There's the right hand
by Duran. Duran has Hagler kind of lunging with some of his punches here.
What's Duran's doing is he's giving a lot of head feints.
Good counter punch by Duran. It was a right hand by Duran. Both men look very strong here. Neither has been hurt, neither is marked. We're in the fourth round.
Another factor is whether or not Duran keeps this pace at this weight.
Crowd comes alive once more with a chant, Duran, Duran. End of the fourth round. We'll go into Roberto Duran's corner and listen with the interpretation by Tito Alba.
At this point, he's not the favorite either, but he's making a fight of it, obviously.
Interesting that his corner is almost more like a pep talk than it is a strategy session. This is the fifth round. Jab of Hagler has been effective. Counter-punching of Duran has been effective. Neither man with a clear-cut edge.
Another thing Duran is trying to do, it seems to me, he's trying to frustrate Hagler.
That time was Hagler with a counter-punch. Comes back with a right hand behind it. Gets in by Hagler. And again, a right hand counter punch by Duran. That was a good right hand by Duran. Backs Hagler off.
Had to just switch back to orthodox.
Right hand by Duran. Hagler, it should be pointed out, has not been down either as a professional or an amateur.
Well, Hagler's missed a lot of shots, and now he's starting to land.
Both men landing heavily here.
Now Duran's starting to throw left hooks.
This is really a thinking man's fight so far. Good right hand to the body by Duran. Good solid punches.
You know what may be the case, Barry, is the psychological warfare that started maybe has affected Marvin Hagler.
Right hand to the body and a left to the head by Hagler that time. This fight being fought at the tempo and with the effectiveness of all the advanced billing. We talked about, will the fight be as good as the event? So far, it is usurping the event. Right hand to the body, backs Hagler off again. That would hurt at the bell. This is the 6th round. Marvin Hagler's corner exhorting him to be patient. And Hagler was saying to do what they said, he's got to get inside a little bit more, and that, of course, could be dangerous.
Well, especially when you're missing.
There is a little swelling along the eye and below the eye of Marvin Hagler. It doesn't appear to be anything that will be any problem, at least in the foreseeable future.
The problem that Duran is making for Hagler, he's breaking Hagler's rhythm. Hagler's not able to start his rhythm. Duran throws him off.
And there was a left hand. Duran says, no, I'm not hurt. It did stagger him.
It caught Duran on the side of the head.
Both men scoring heavily. Duran might have had his best punch of the fight right there, a right hand that caught Hagler right on the face. A lot of heavy punches being landed here. Left-hand combination backs Duran off again. I definitely think Duran was hurt before.
Well, he's still in there, and the punches he's throwing his those overhand, those looping right hands, which is, you know, a lot. They're very effective against the southpaw.
Both men still very strong. Uppercut catches Duran.
What's the jab of Hagler? Now the uppercuts are doing damage.
Hagler not missing nearly as much now. Crowd comes alive for Hagler for the first time tonight. This clearly his best round. Good right hand. And an uppercut. Hagler really measuring Roberto Duran right at the moment, Ray.
Both appear to be arm weary.
And Duran for the first time inside, but I think it's Hagler that's making him be there.
Duran now is breathing from the mouth. I think fatigue has set in with both fighters.
Yeah, Duran has lost the snap for just a moment.
Now we'll face a different Hagler. Come to life.
Hagler scored with the left, missed with the right.
Now you see how effective Hagler is inside. Duran basically now is just using his intelligence, trying to slip and roll with the punches. Hagler basically uses strength. The uppercuts are very effective.
Hagler a good left hand again. Duran toe-to-toe with him. There's no question but that some of the starch right at the moment is gone from Roberto Duran. Great round for Marvin Hagler, Larry. They come out for the 7th round. Duran is a tired fighter, and all you have to do is look into the two corners to see the difference in these two men. Duran breathing heavily through the mouth, Hagler talking to his two trainers, and hardly breathing heavily at all.
I think for Duran, the mistake he can make is try to exchange, reiterate on Larry, the fact he can't stand there and take those clean shots. continuously.
This is a very important round for Roberto Duran. He had control early. He lost it completely in the last round, and now he's going to have to start to take it back.
There's not the snap to Duran's punches left him, because that round, both fighters exchanged some really devastating punches. You see that Duran threw a right hand, Barry. There was nothing on it.
All arm, and you can see that toward the end of the 6th round.
There again, Hagler tried to throw a straight punch at Duran, and he was unsuccessful. Those uppercuts and those body shots would be very effective against a fight like Roberto Duran.
Hagler fighting right-handed right at the moment, and a great left hand. Still orthodox now. And Duran continues to breathe through the mouth.
Hagler switched to right hand now.
Good right hand.
And the reason he's missed is because he's trying to load up one big punch.
Hagler has gone right-handed most of this round, actually. 2 left hands. Duran stands there, drops his arms for a moment, and just sneers at Marvin Hagler. Duran holding on a little bit here, too.
Duran, I guess that was a replay of what I was able to do to Duran in New Orleans. I like to see what Hagler goes to the body a lot more. Because of the weight, the solid weight that Hagler has, I'm sure as the rounds go by, he should be still a little stronger than Duran.
You can really start to see Marvin Hagler in his own mind think he has control of this fight. And I think he's got a tired fighter on his hands right now. And maybe one that's a little bit hurt. And if he is, it would be an accumulation. Hagler glaring at Roberto Duran at the bell.
Two. Keep on trying, keep on trying.
And Duran comes out for the 8th round, and he's still, Ray, to me, looks like a tired fighter.
Well, he is, Barry. Fatigue has set in with Roberto Duran. And once again, and trying to out-muscle a larger fighter, it takes its toll on a smaller guy.
Duran's corner still very much of a cheerleading kind of corner, trying to say, you got more heart. They also said, he's tired too. Now, it's not the he's tired that's important, it's the two.
It's two, yes it is.
Again, you got a good idea how important a corner can be. Hagler's corner has been very calm, even when the fight was being taken to him by the challenger.
Duran's body is wide open, and I'm surprised that Hagler's not going to the body often. You know, it's every opportunity Duran has, he goes to the body of Hagler.
Left hand starting down and coming up, and that's exactly what Goody Petronelli said. Duran with his best punch in 3 rounds.
So little short uppercuts, Barry. Thrown by Marvin Hagler.
And there, Hagler digging to the body a couple of times inside.
this stage now, Roberto Duran is playing more of a chess game. Hagler once again is missing. Both fighters, Barry, just trying to load up one punch. And it's not going to work that way.
Duran trying to work inside a little bit more than he has. Hagler bounces off the rope, sticks a jab in the face. Duran continues to breathe from the mouth at the bell.
Hard to get a rhythm down when you're fighting a man who can change up and do so many things.
And they meet in the center of the ring right off the bat here in the 9th round. Hagler's corner exhorting him to jab and jab some more.
Hagler's corner, they don't want him to be inside with Duran too much because they fear of the headbutt.
That time Hagler counterpunching off a lunging right hand.
Once again, the jab, Barry. That's what Hagler needs to do. Use that right jab a lot more. He'll find himself a lot closer to Duran. He'll find that the left hand will follow the right hand. Once again, Duran using experience.
Good combination there by Hagler.
Those are shots that take their toll. Now we see Hagler.
4-punch combination.
Starting to come to life now.
And a right jab to the face. Very effective.
Now we see the uppercuts once again, thrown by Hagler. What I think another mistake that Hagler's making, he gets his punches off and then he stops. He should stay there with Duran. Because what's Duran doing now, bro? He's getting a breather. Duran's breathing heavily from the mouth, which shows signs of fatigue.
Has been for a couple of rounds, as a matter of fact. And a good left to the body. Duran coming up with a combination of his own.
I like to see some lead-off left hands thrown by Hagler. Because Duran, he's able to figure a fight out very easily. Especially doing the same thing over and over again.
Duran just kind of waiting for Hagler to come to him at the moment. Might be trying to pace himself, still a long way to go. Lunging right hand, Hagler back with an uppercut and 2 jabs. All of those punches got in.
He is tired.
How you doing now? Don't think about
You know, Larry, I hearken back to another fight we did with Roberto Duran against Benitez, in which we had Benitez comfortably in front and it wound up being a split decision. And we have already seen a couple of decisions that the folks at this table would have thought of as questionable in earlier fights tonight.
It appears to me that Hagler wants to make Duran work. I think he feels that Duran is getting tired, his punches are not that effective, and wants to make him work harder to weaken him.
Hagler is missing a lot less frequently than he was in the early rounds. He really seems to have Duran measured at the moment.
Well, now Hagler has started to measure Duran, and his punches are becoming a lot more accurate and cleaner. They're starting to land.
And Duran gets in with a right hand right on the nose. And a left hand on the nose. Hagler effective right at the moment inside.
Duran's waiting for a right hand. There he just threw it. And what he's doing, Barry, he's really starting to try to smother Hagler punches. Get closer, and then the referee won with a low blow. Get closer, and try to work the body to come up to the head with the right hand.
Hagler fighting this round very flat-footed. He's been up on the balls of his feet quite a lot. And a combination by Duran. And right now, Hagler looks as though he's had a little of the starch go out of him, too.
Well, you notice what Duran's doing. Duran's going to the body. And both fighters are breathing heavily from the mouth. And like I stated, bro, I think this fight is going to be who wants it the most.
A good right hand by Duran, but he takes one in return to the stomach. And there's a good left hand by Hagler.
It has made him such a great fighter over the last decade and more.
I think whenever you match up two great champions, and both of them exchanged some pretty good blows on each other's chin, and they've withstood it, and in fact, this fight, the outcome will be a matter of who has the most heart and determination. And the crowd's getting a little restless because both fighters are trying to get a breather.
Keeping Hagler off of him with a jab. Hagler right-handed for the moment. And came with a right-hand lead. That's a look he hasn't shown Duran before. Still fighting right-handed. He's been effective from the right side. Now back to the left hand.
Not too much is really happening now.
Now this seems to be a round where both men are pacing themselves.
Barry, I'm still waiting for the lead-off left hand from Marvin Hagler. A lot of times he has the opportunity because he moves closer to Duran, but he hesitates. He doesn't throw it.
Very little damage done inside.
Step back.
step back. Okay, step back.
I have no idea why Hagler went into a dance routine in that round unless he needed a blow. Which it's
Well, Roberto Duran has at least one victory tonight, if not the ultimate decision. No challenger has gone this far in a championship fight against marvelous Marvin Hagler. Hagler, of course, went that far against Antifermo in the first fight, but Antifermo was a champion.
You see what happens every time that Hagler tries to reach, Charlie Duran's punches, Duran comes back with something.
This tempo is picked up here in this 12th round.
Now Hagler should stay close now, Barry, because I believe those body shots are really hurting Roberto Duran.
Duran's corner, you heard, talk about the fact that their man could win it in 15 rounds by decision. I'm not so sure about that, Ray.
There's a little puffiness around Hagler's left eye. And knowing Roberto Duran, when he sees a handicap, he works on it. It becomes a target. You notice now Duran's starting to throw more right hands to that left eye. And if that left eye should close, we may see another replay, or a replay of David Moore.
Yeah, that puffiness had gotten no worse for about 8 rounds. Saw it the first time in the second round, but now it is definitely a factor. And Duran trying to work on it.
Duran is tired, but he has so much ring savvy and intelligence. And Hagler's tired also.
I think both men are. Duran getting inside.
Watch the right hand of Roberto Duran. Go straight for the eye. There it is. Now the eye is starting to close now.
And that, of course, makes the man very vulnerable to the right hand, right on the button. And Hagler was hurt by that punch. Very effective round for the challenger. Hagler backs Duran off with the left hand, comes right after him, takes the right hand, takes another. Hagler a right, a left behind that. Blood now coming from the eye. It will definitely bother Marvin Hagler, who comes back with a combination. Puffiness underneath, bleeding from above. And a great round, actually, for both men.
of the blood, and Hagler may awaken him.
Hagler's corner telling him don't get in a slugging contest. The cut on Hagler's eye is above the eyelid, actually in the fold of the eyelid. It does not appear to be serious. The puffiness, much more of a factor than the cut.
Duran is just buying his time. He's just waiting for another opportunity to throw the right hand for the Hagler's left eye.
As Ray Leonard said, Duran looking to put the right hand on the eye of Marvin Hagler.
And that's all Duran's really waiting for, Barry. He just throws the left jab out, nothing's really serious, and comes with the right hand.
Crowd is really into this fight. got 2 in, took 1. Puts a right hand to the face of Duran. Been a tough, gritty fight from the opening bell. That was a good right hand by Duran that backed Hagler off. That one was not particularly effective, but the second one was.
The right hand of Duran is starting to do more damage to Hagler's eye.
Right hands that time by Duran. No more blood, but very definite puffiness under the eye of Hagler.
Marvin Hagler feels he has to win these next 2 rounds. I have him well ahead in the fight.
Hagler comes out in a hurry. Duran's corner seemingly think that he hasn't won. Should it go the full 15? Combinations all scoring. Duran stands there and mocks him. Hagler right back on top of it.
So Duran is just using his head now.
That was a good right hand by Roberto Duran. Right now, actually, Duran has Hagler fighting his fight.
But what Hagler's actually doing, he's throwing a lot of little punches inside. Not much damage. You know, his Duran punches are far more effective. He's putting more of his body behind his punches. Whereas Hagler is basically trying to accumulate a lot of points.
Duran sticks the right hand there. Duran getting off a little bit quicker than Hagler, too. Duran has Hagler a little frustrated.
Watch for the right hand.
Duran playing games, but the psychological game is a big one.
Duran now is being a counter puncher. He ties his Hagler up inside, gets back, and throws his own series of punches. That left eye is really bad now on Marvin Hagler.
And now there's blood alongside the eye of Roberto Duran.
It may be blood from Hagler's eye.
That's possible. We'll try to see. It's on the side of Duran's face, but I think it could be, you're right, from the left eye of Marvin Hagler. And I believe it is. Now blood flowing rather freely from alongside the eye, and I think that's a different cut than the first one.
And now you'll see, I believe Duran's going to turn his right hand into a right hook.
This is turning into a brawl here. And the brawl is Roberto Duran's fight. I think Roberto Duran's corner said it for all of us. There are 3 minutes left. Hagler's corner said, don't worry about the cut, just get out there.
Well, if anything is going to happen, it's going to happen this round, Barry.
lot of people here paid $600 to sit ringside, and I'll tell you, that's about $1 a punch.
Duran should just stand there and wait for Hagler to punch. But what he's doing now is trying to block her shot, but instead he's giving Hagler an opportunity to get his punches off.
Hagler scores with a good left hand, but
Duran
Duran's right
buckled.
in front of him. His knees went for a moment. Duran ties Hagler up after a right hand did get in. Duran content to counterpunch in this final round.
It's been a very technical fight on Duran's part.
Yeah, both men have fought a very smart fight, actually. Duran pawing at him, scores with a combination. This one very likely is going to be in the hands of the judges. Coming down toward the 1 minute mark. Duran's in trouble. Hagler's on top of him. Duran backs off. Hagler swarming after him, trying to put him away. Duran's legs are a little bit wobbly.
Those body shots now.
Really starting to take their toll. 45 seconds remaining in the fight. Duran just pawing at Hagler. Duran giving it what seems to be his last effort here. Hagler comes right back on him. This one will be in the hands of the judges. The bell can save a fighter in the 15th round. If you want an editorial on this fight, let the crowd give it to you. And let's now go to the ring announcer for the official decision.
Here is the decision of the judges. Judge Guy Jutras scores 144-142. Judge Yasaka Yoshida scores 146-145. Judge Obi Oberson scores 144-143 for the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed middleweight champion of the world, Marvin Hagler.
Well, there is the decision. I can't say it comes as a great surprise. It was very close. Two judges having it with just 1 point separating the two men. And it did seem to be a fight that was